People often ask the question, is the American dream dead? I believe the moment we stop dreaming, we might as well be. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, the creator of American Dream TV, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. A real show showing you real neighborhoods from real professionals. Today, we're going to take you all across the country, showing you why we live in the greatest country on the planet. Let's get this show started right now.
From coast to coast, it's not just about houses. It's about how people live, work, and dream. These streets hold stories. These homes hold hope. And the people, they're the heartbeat of something bigger. This isn't just real estate. This is the real America. One neighborhood at a time. Welcome to your neighborhood. Welcome to the American Dream.
Hi, and welcome to American Dream TV. My name is Ben Danholm, and I'm your host today. Today we're in Winter Park, Florida, one of the oldest and most historic cities in Central Florida. Winter Park is known for its arts, its culture, its good food, and for Rollins College, one of the oldest universities in Central Florida. I'm going to talk to Christopher Cuddy of the Ocean Blue Galleries here in Winter Park, one of the most iconic galleries in Central Florida, and we're going to take a look at some of the shops and restaurants and the railway station here in Winter Park. So we're here with Christopher Cuddy, the director of the Ocean Blue Galleries here in Winter Park. And what is it that makes the Ocean Blue Galleries so special? Because it's not like most galleries I've been into.
Yeah, that's a great question. So this brand and this gallery is part of a gallery group that's 50 years old, all family owned, and represents one of the preeminent galleries in the entire country that just happens to be in a neighborhood. Whereas most galleries of this caliber generally tend to be in entirely destination places only. So it's very unique in its position, not just in its relationship to Winter Park itself, kind of being on the 50-yard line of Park Avenue, but in relationship to what we represent, the artists we represent, and how that reflects and impacts on Winter Park and Park Avenue.
You have a lot of things going on in the gallery, as far as I understand, like events and other things. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on in here?
Yeah, so we have generally, at any given time, 16 artists in the gallery. They're all world famous from all over the world. And throughout the year, we will have all of these artists, one at a time, calendared for events to come in so that clients can put a name to a face with the artist that they've been collecting for years, meet the artist, come to know them as a person and not just an artist. It's a great time. We always have lots of clients that come out. A good portion of them will be catered affairs and drinking wine, enjoying ourselves. And it's a buyer's event, of course, but it doesn't have to be for people. A lot of people come in and bring pieces they've collected in the past just to be dedicated and have pictures taken with the artist.
Wow. And why do you think it's so important to meet the artist?
I think it helps with your relationship with the piece that you initially collected. Whatever emotion that piece was causing in you, whatever dialogue you were having with that piece, I think only deepens when you're able to meet the artist and the hand that put that brush to canvas.
That makes sense. So if somebody comes in here for the first time, they're not an art collector, but they want to start an art collection, what would you advise them to do?
That's a great question. Sometimes this can be overwhelming for people. There's a lot to look at in here. With these 16 artists can be 16 very distinct styles, and you don't know what direction necessarily you want to go. So I always task somebody with trying to find this style that you seem to resonate with. Not a particular piece, just a style that seems to captivate you. And then from there, we can narrow down within the style that you seem to resonate with the most, a couple of pieces that seem to be having a dialogue with you, that seem to be reacting to you. And I say that as as opposed to you reacting to it.
Okay. So what is that makes you so important to Winter Park? Because Winter Park is known for its arts and culture, but what is your interaction with the community, so to speak? Yeah.
I find this area not only lovely, not only charming, but really putting its best foot forward and trying to maintain the neighborhood and the values of the neighborhood that they find most important. By having family-run businesses or privately run businesses, not giant corporations by the many,
Yes.
up and down, by maintaining the green spaces and the infrastructure. And I feel that every business on this avenue is like-minded and their ambition to maintain these things.
Okay.
And that is very unique.
It definitely is, yeah. I mean, Winter Park is unique because of those very reasons you just put in there. I've stopped for a cup of coffee here at the Bovine Steakhouse, one of the restaurants on Park Avenue that are open for both breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So whatever your favorite meal of the day is, you can get it here. Winter Park also has a Michelin-starred restaurant. It has the Rollins College just down the street from here, which not only is known for one of the oldest and most prestigious business schools in the US, but it's also known for its cafeteria or its restaurant where you can go in to eat even if you're not studying at the college. Winter Park also puts on, as a city, many events throughout the year, such as art festivals, car shows, and a weekly farmers market, so there's always something interesting going on around here. We'll finish today at Rollins College, as I said before, one of the top business schools in the United States, and also one of the 15 best campuses to eat on in the United States. I hope you enjoyed our tour of Winter Park. I've been your host for American Dream TV, Bent Danholm. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
They say you can't buy happiness, but you can buy a boat in St. Petersburg, Florida. And honestly, that's pretty much the same thing. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Amanda Legault, and today we're checking out early. We're deep diving into St. Pete's lifestyle, zero commute, zero traffic, and nothing but 100% sea salt air. Today, we're hitting up some of Florida's best waterfront real estate. I've got my crew with me, Carly, Drew, and Patrick. We're making our stop to Red, White, and Booze, and then to Sky Beach. This is the 727, and this is the American Dream. This is the heart of Treasure Island real estate. You've got this incredible mix of custom modern estates sitting right next to those classic mid-century Florida beach bungalows. What's wild is the access. Out here, you're talking about deep water docks where you are literally minutes from the Gulf of Mexico. Just look at the setup of this place. If I had this on the canal, I would never leave. Drew, you're the unofficial tour guide today. What's the one spot you like to take people when they come into town?
Well, the cool thing about St. Pete is you have so many options. You can hit the beaches, sandbars, fishing, but since it's happy hour, I'm gonna take you guys to one of my favorite local restaurants.
Awesome, let's go. We're making a quick pit stop at Red, White, and Booze. You pull up, tie off, and the weekend is officially in full swing. No traffic, no parking stress, just the way a Friday should be. Cheers to not driving. We've made it to Sky Beach, and the timing is perfect. This place has that chic beach club energy that really defines the new St. Pete. It's an entire ecosystem. You've got the resort, 2 pools, and live entertainment with its own boat access. It's the ultimate spot to watch transition from boat day to Friday night. Carly, you've lived the land life, now you've lived the water life. For those of us who are still stuck in the office, what's the best part of living here?
I love living on the water. I feel like I'm never bored. I wake up and I can see dolphins out of my back window, and then I can fish off of our dock and then go for a sunset cruise after work.
And see, what I love is that we have the beach, but then we have the downtown life, so I still get to be the city girl that I always am. I'm here over at Sky Beach Resort, here with Joyce. And I just wanted you to tell me a little bit about what was the meaning goal behind this place? What do you have here?
Sure. Well, the reason behind this is really just kind of the love of St. Pete. So the culture, the music, the people, the community, that's really the focus.
It's great here. You have 2 pools, you have beachfront access, the ability to pull up on a boat. Plus on the weekends, we have some great live music. In my opinion, it not only attracts locals, but it attracts out-of-towners. It's an awesome spot to be. Tell me a little bit about the idea behind Sky Beach. What amenities do you have? What are some of the offerings?
Sky Beach has everything that you would absolutely want. We have the beach, we have water sports, kayaking, we have sand volleyball, pickleball, we have great convention space, and then we're also a wedding venue as well. We can do ceremonies outside, inside. It's just a great place, and you can come by boat.
I agree. I mean, as a local, this is one of our favorite spots to just come and hang out and pretend like we're on vacation. Patrick, what brought you to St. Pete?
One of the main things that I loved about this is you kind of have a little bit of the city life, but also you could live on the beach too. So you get some of the different channels, being able to do the sandbars and some of the different restaurants throughout.
But then what's your favorite then? Beach life or downtown?
It all depends on the mood.
20 minutes one way, 20 minutes the other.
Exactly, you get the best of both worlds.
St. Pete is pretty awesome. There's a specific kind of peace that comes with a Friday sunset. It's the realization that you don't have to wait for a vacation to live like this. Whether you're starting the day on the dock with friends or ending it here with the sunset, this is the lifestyle that people dream of. I'm Amanda Legault, and this is the American Dream.
Welcome to downtown Tampa, filled with luxury living, booming businesses, and world-class arenas, and a variety of museums. I'm Cassie, your host for the American Dream, and today I'm on the beautiful Tampa Riverwalk at Curtis Hickson Park for the Tampa Wine and Food Festival. This multi-day food extravaganza highlights Tampa's outstanding culinary scene. It's filled with celebrity chefs, cooking competitions, and my favorite part, the tastings. Let's head inside and see what we can find. All right, we are here with celebrity chef Robert Irvine for the Tampa Bay Wine and Food Festival. It is an amazing event, lots of things going on this weekend, but this morning, what event are we at, Robert?
So we're right now at the Breaking Bread for Heroes. Robert Irvine Foundation does this twice a week, between 300 and 3,000 somewhere around the world.
Oh,
Today is right here at Tampa American Social before we do the Food and Wine Festival this afternoon. We've got SOCOM, Special Operations, JSOC, CENTCOM, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, doctors, nurses, teachers, and some great talent.
Oh, that is amazing. We have so many important people who give back to our community, especially with McDill being right here in Tampa. So it is amazing that you can do this while you're in town. So Tampa Bay culinary scene, what do you find most interesting about our scene?
You know, you've got great restaurants, Eulalie, Okanola, there's so many to name,
Yeah.
they just off the top of my head. And if you want something, you can get anything in Tampa.
Absolutely.
So I love it. Look, I spend probably 12 days a year here.
Okay.
I travel the globe feeding the military and whatever. But every time I come home, I have 3 restaurants that I hit straight away. And, you know, American Social is another great one right here on the water. I mean, it's just beautiful. Tampa is a great food scene.
I'm with Chef David Reyes, who, as of last night, you are a 4-time champion.
That's correct.
Awesome. So tell us about the dish that won last night.
Last night's dish was a melody of mango gazpacho, a shrimp ceviche, candy seared scallop, coconut froth, a little wasabi caviar, and a plantain chick.
It was delicious. I had that last night. It was very good. Where's your restaurant at in Tampa Bay? Are we in Tampa? Are we in St. Pete? What do you have for us?
The upcoming restaurants, one is called Uno Mas. It's a Mexico City style taqueria.
I've heard about this.
And then the other one is Hail Mary, which is going to be a very culinarily driven sports bar.
Okay.
We're also going to have a speakeasies
Nice.
somewhere with a magical entrance.
Okay.
And then a nightclub that's going to be a retro style nightclub.
Oh, very nice. I've heard about this project coming up. It's exciting.
Very big project. It's a very prominent property here in Tampa that's been dormant for a few years.
Good.
It's not too far from Armature Works. It's steps from downtown. So very excited.
Okay, so what is your favorite thing that you have planned for the menu at one of those?
Oh, I'm very excited about the tacos at the taqueria. I put in about a month's worth of travel in Mexico City, kind of looking up what was making all these taquerias so special. And I've been a big fan of Mexican food my entire life. I grew up in a Mexican household. So what I've learned and what I saw, I can't wait to replicate and put in and introduce Tampa to a new style of tacos.
All right, so Chef Richard Hales, we are back at the Tampa Bay Wine and Food Festival, and this year you're doing a culinary demonstration in a little bit on stage. What are you cooking up for people today?
We're doing a curry peanut curry duck. So we do a char siu duck, we smoke it, and then we're making a Thai curry with that.
All right, so Tampa food scene. Now, I know originally you started in Miami, but you made your way back home to Tampa. What is it about our Tampa food scene that brought you back?
Well, I grew up in Tampa, so this is my hometown, and I was gone for 25 years. I opened my first restaurant in Miami in 2009. Never thought I would come back, but during COVID, we did come back, and I said, you know, I'm really falling in love with Tampa again. I didn't think it was in my future, even for my restaurants. Thought it was just a place I'd come home to. But the food scene was exploding. This was 2020. You know, is already starting to happen, and I really wanted to be part of it.
That's awesome. I'm appreciative of you coming back. Your food is amazing.
Thank you.
All right, what is your favorite thing on your menu right now at your restaurant?
It has to be the duck curry that I'm making today. It's a new,
Awesome.
When I opened in 2009, I had two rules. No Thai food and no sushi, because every place in Miami was doing Ibiza Sunday lounge bakes with Thai sushi. So I said, okay, none of that. And now I proved myself wrong, because the curries are becoming the #1 item in the restaurant, and now we're about to add sushi.
With over 244 days of sunshine, Tampa is home to some of the best events and festivals in Florida. There's always something going on in Tampa, and if you're looking to live close to where it all happens, then downtown is the place for you. I'm Cassie with the American Dream. See you soon when we explore more of what Tampa has to offer.
Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Rick Lively. Today, we're going out on the water with Danger Charters for a sunset cruise in beautiful Key West. But first, we're gonna sit down with Haig Smith, one of the owners, to let us know what to expect. Let's take a look. Today we're here with Haig Smith of Danger Charters. Thanks for having us out. We want to see what it's like to be out on the water, what to experience, what other people are to expect. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your company, your trips, your boats, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man, it's nice to be here. Good to see you, Rick. Danger Charters, we've been in business for over 30 years now. We specialize in sunset sails. What we're known for in the beginning was our eco tours. So we take you out and we go kayaking, sailing, snorkeling. We educate you on the Key West National Wildlife Refuge, which is a lot of fun.
That's great.
It's a locally owned company. A lot of our captains have been captaining for almost a decade, and some of them even more, and they moved up the ranks from mate to captain.
So now Danger Charters, that's an interesting name. How did that come about? What's the history behind that?
Well, you know what? If you know anything about sailing or if you know anything about boating, it's bad luck to change the name. The previous owners of Danger Charters, when they bought the first vessel, the name of it on the back of the boat was Danger. And he thought, man, that's a cool name. Yeah. Let's stick with it and we'll see where it goes. And 33 years later, we're still here.
So now you do private charters, general walk-ins?
Yeah, for instance, weddings are a big deal in Key West. Some people want to get married on land, but a lot of people think, man, it would be nice and romantic to get married out on the water. So they call us up and we do up to 30 people on our sailboats where we'll take you out. The captain performs the ceremony, which is really cool, you know?
Yes.
A great story on the water, and I got a lot of stories, you know, through the years. I've been captaining over 20 years now. I actually met my wife here in Key West. I took her out on a sunset sail after we'd been dating a few years and everything. I brought a couple of friends that were musicians, and what ended up happening is they were playing a song, and unbeknownst to her, but I hit a sheet that I pinned in the sail and it said, "Will you marry me?" So in the course of the trip, they raised the sail and right in front of her it said, "Will you marry me?" And I proposed to my wife on a sunset sail.
Savage. That's awesome. Now tonight we're going on a sunset cruise, so tell us about that.
Yeah, it's called Wind and Wine. It's catered around the wines from around the world. We do an array of hors d'oeuvres to complement the wines. We have a variety of beers too. Of course, non-alcoholic beverages. So the first thing we do is we check in at our store. All our guests are gonna come out and they'll go in there and they'll get the boarding passes, cool little Danger Charters boarding passes. Nice. And we'll make our way down the dock. You know, it's probably about a 2-minute walk from the store. Once we board the boat, the crew is going to tell us what they have on the menu this evening. We'll go out, raise the sails up, get some drinks in our hand, enjoy some hors d'oeuvres, and watch that sun melt into the ocean.
Well, I'm looking forward to this trip. Let's go.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Rick Lively with American Dream.
Wellen Park is one of the most exciting communities in Southwest Florida right now. Today we're going to take a look at Phase 2 of downtown Wellen Park, where community and lifestyle come together. I'm Carol Bertolek, your host with American Dream TV. Come take a look. Phase 2 of downtown Wellen Park is designed around connection, lifestyle, and everyday living, with a curated mix of new restaurants, boutiques, and wellness experiences. This is where the community comes together. Enjoy vibrant dining at Agave Bendito, fresh, health-focused options at Grain and Berry, the charm of La Maison's fresh, inspired pastries, and creative comfort food at Easy Does It Comfort Kitchen. Boutique shopping adds to the experience with coastal finds at Seaside and Company, and stylish resort wear at Hudson Square Boutique. Wellen Park continues to grow as one of Southwest Florida's most exciting places to live. And now, let's take a look at luxury living here in Wellen Park. Now we're here in the Everly community, inside the stunning Warina model by John Cannon Homes. So now I'm here with Jack Cannon with John Cannon Homes. Thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
So tell me, what sets you apart in this luxury market?
You know, the luxury market, there's a lot that goes into it. But in John Cannon Homes history, I can say that where our reputation lies is in our attention to detail. So that really extends to all aspects of the home building process, not just in what occurs in the field, but actually what begins, in an office. Designing the home, understanding what flows, what feels good, what design elements customers are looking for, and making sure that we get everything right. And part of our, unique abilities, we have all of that in-house. So our attention to detail, it really extends throughout the entire process and ultimately leaves the customer with a better product and a better end result. And so that's what we're most proud of.
So for those that may not know, what is the story behind John Cannon Homes?
Yeah, so John Cannon Homes was obviously started by both my parents. While my dad's name is the one on the letterhead, I do want to also make sure to give credit to my mom, who's been there since day one. And so they've been a team throughout the entire process, starting it in the garage of the house I grew up in, working really just the two of them, and slowly over time building it up into where we are today, which we're proud to say we've built over 2,500 homes, over 400 of which have actually been on the water in Sarasota and Manatee counties, which I don't know if there's another builder in the area who can say they've built as many waterfront properties. And so it's been really my family's legacy in terms of building in this area. And again, we're very proud of the fact that we just won our 35th year in a row in terms of being voted the best home builder in the area. And it really all goes back to my parents. The culture they've set up in terms of the people that they hire, the quality of the work they do, but also the quality of their character. Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice, but it's something that I'm very proud to be a part of and proud to, be a part of the process moving forward.
And now, let's take a look at the lifestyle that makes Wellen Park so unique. Health and wellness are such an important part of my daily life. So I really love finding communities that make that easy and accessible. One of the things I really appreciate about Wellen Park is how it supports a balanced, healthy lifestyle. And having a place like Club Pilates right here in the community makes it easy to prioritize your health while still enjoying everything this lifestyle has to offer. It's just another example of how Wellen Park is designed for the way people want to live today. Thanks so much for joining me today as we talked about all the exciting things of Phase 2. And we got to see some really beautiful homes there at John Cannon Homes. And then we learned about health and fitness with Club Pilates. I'm Carol Bertolek, your host with American Dream TV, and I will see you on the next one.
When you think of Americana, what do you think of? The American flag, the Statue of Liberty? You can't find this in libraries. You may not be able to go back home, but you could take the long road home in these classic cars. Welcome to an exciting episode of American Dream TV, the perfect blend of culture, lifestyle, and real estate. I'm your host, Joanna Petriccioni. Join us today as we immerse ourselves in the world of classic cars at Skyway Classics in Bradenton, Florida. Here they have the most exquisite collection of classic cars. So let's take a step back in time where the cars were art and ruled the road. So let the engines roar. Here at Skyway Classics, they have an extraordinary collection of classic cars where the roar of the engine becomes music. Cars that have won our hearts and have taken center stage in Hollywood. Cars that are true Americana and are part of the American dream. We're here with Alan Tansky of Skyway Classic Cars. Alan, thank you for having us today.
Well, welcome, Joanna, and American Dream TV.
Thank you. So Alan, my question is, give us a brief history of Skyway Classics.
Well, I'm kind of an old school, kind of an old soul kind of a guy. I've been in the car business for most of my grown-up life, 5 years, including the time I have spent here. And I've just always loved the classics. So when I was at different agencies, people would call with these cars to come in on trade on newer cars, and nobody really knew what to do with them. So I started taking one or two at a time and selling them, and then decided, wow, this is a lot of fun. These cars are fun. The people who buy them are buying them because they, had a baby in the back seat, or they got engaged, or they were a superstar in their football team and they had one like this. It's just so many stories. And to be part of people's lives and careers, connecting through the car, which connected this country. Without these cars, no matter what people say about what newer cars are coming, these old cars brought us to where we are.
Americana.
Amen.
My question also is, are there any specific cars on the lot that are special to you?
Yeah, my dad was an engineer for General Motors. So I'm really into the late 60s, early 70s muscle car.
Yes.
I really dig and just really enjoy the C1, C2 Corvettes. They're hard to find, they're expensive, but wow, what a design. I mean, they are like art, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And my second really favorite car is, I love the 57, 55, 56, 57 Thunderbird convertible.
And what's your favorite part about running this business?
I've been blessed. My whole family works here. My wife answers the phone. I'm business partner with my two sons and a couple others. And it's really great to have the same goals and the same aspirations for the cars. My kids were brought up, because I've been in the car business their whole lives, obviously, so they were brought up with these old cars, and they saw me working on them and putzing with them, or had people working on them for us, and now I have them all together with me as my partners in my business.
That's great. That's wonderful. Well, thanks for having us. We're really looking forward to playing in some of these cars.
Yes, let's go start them. Let's go rev them up.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
This is a classic car from Hollywood, from the famous movie Transformers, the Bumblebee. When you hear we're eastbound, watch Old Bandit run. This classic from Hollywood, from Smokey and the Bandit. Listen to that roar. Nothing speaks more Americana than an ice-cold Coca-Cola. One of my favorite cars here at Skyway Classics is the 1974 Brooklyn. Look at this color. I remember my number. It was 8675309. Thank you for joining us again today on American Dream TV. I've been your host, Joanna Petriccioni, and a special thank you to Skyway Classics for inviting us in and showcasing these beautiful cars. Always bringing you the best of what Southwest Florida has to offer. Keep on living your American dream. Until next episode.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the American Dream TV. We created this show to combat negative media, to show that the American dream is alive and well by showing you real stories in real neighborhoods. Thank you so much for watching the show, and cheers to your American dream.